we're going to start out down on the mat. So welcome to yoga on this Saturday, April 25th. This is a vinyasa flow style yoga. So we're not going to spend too much time holding poses. Rather, feel the connection of your breath to your body and your movements. You want to focus on really good form. So I'm going to give you cues to keep you safe and to keep your practice sustainable. Let's go ahead and come all the way down onto our back. Let your arms rest at your sides. Palms facing open to the sky. I want you to close your eyes and just start breathing deeply in through your nose. Expanding your belly, your back, and your ribcage as you inhale. Exhaling out through the nose. You want to feel that same area of our bodies contracting and emptying. And while we're breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose, become aware of your face and just feel it relax. You want to soften your eyes. Relax your jaw. Breathe away any tightness in your neck. And then let's shift our breath and our awareness into our arms. And we're going to stretch those arms from shoulders to fingertips. And just feel your breath moving all the way down the length of your arms. Next, let's bring awareness into our legs. And think about breathing from the top of your hips all the way down to the tips of your toes. And then just wiggle your toes for me. And then release. And now we're going to focus on the spine. And I want you to breathe from the top of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And visualize and feel your breath making its way in between each segment of your spine. So basically, we're creating just a nice blank slate. Now let's turn our head to the left and breathe into the right side of our neck. Come back up and turn your head to the right, breathing into the left. And then return to that neutral place. Inhale the arms towards the sky. Exhale, float them right back down alongside your body. Again, inhale, rise to the sky. And exhale, float back down. Inhale, rise to the sky. And exhale, float down. And then once you're back down, let's draw the right knee in nice and close to the body. And while you're pulling that thigh in close to your ribs, I want you to push out through the heel of your left foot. And then simply point and flex your right foot. Taking that point flex into an ankle rotation. I want you to go counterclockwise here, leading with that big toe towards the midline of the body. And then just let your foot rest. And swap the legs. In goes the left, nice and close to the body. Pushing our right leg straight out. Go ahead and flex and point your left foot. Good, and then start that ankle rotation. We're going to lead with that big toe. This time we go clockwise. And then just rest your foot where it is. Now we're ready for both knees, nice and tight to the body. A few gentle rocks from side to side to massage our spine. Come back to neutral and let's circle our knees around and around, massaging through our lower back. And then let's reverse that. Hold the knees in super close. Tighten the belly, press through the back of your ribs, and bring your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. So your nose is right up to your knees and your chin is on your chest. And then let's roll that back down. Try again, tighten the belly as we round up, nose to knees, chin to chest. And release back down. Let's do a few more rocks from side to side. And then some more knee circles around and around. And then we'll reverse. And then while you've got your knees hugged in, I want you to flex your feet and spread your toes out as wide as you can. Scrunch them up super tight. Spread them out really, really wide. Scrunch them up super tight. And try one more. Spread them out really wide. And then scrunch them really tight. And then just allow the feet to relax. From there, we're going to tighten that belly, press through the back of our ribs, come on back up into our nice C shape. And then as we exhale, let's use the power of our belly to roll us up. And then once you've made it up, let's start with our legs extended, pushing out through the heels of our feet. And just push your palms down alongside your hips. So I want you to tense everything. You want to feel the top of your head being drawn towards the sky. And you want to feel your heels pressing across the room. And then exhale, let everything go a little soft. From there, let's bend the knees a little bit. And we're going to reach forward and try to grab our toes. And while we're doing that, we're going to press our ribs close to our body. Now start to push your legs out straighter. And continue to keep those ribs pressed to your body. And breathe. And then let's release our toes and slowly roll up. Once we're all the way up, we'll cross our legs Taylor style. All right, while we've got our legs crossed Taylor style, I want you to press the outer edge of your pinky toes into the mat. Keep that active and you're going to feel some real stretch in those hips. Let your palms face open to the sky with the backs of our hands resting softly on our knees. Drop your chin to your chest and breathe into the back of your neck. Lift the head, we'll tip back and open our throat. Exhale again, draw the chin to your chest. Inhale, we lift and tip back, open our throat. Once again, draw the chin to your chest. Lifting the head, tip back, open your throat. And let your chin drop to your chest. From there, let's roll the right ear off to the right. Bring the chin back down and roll to your left. Drop the chin and roll to your right. Drop the chin and roll to your left. Again, we drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll to your left. And then just let your chin rest on your chest. Let's press our palms together at heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. And then exhale back down. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale back down. One more like that. Inhale to the sky. And then exhale back down. Now I want you to inhale first. Let your index fingers and thumbs touch together. And I want you to exhale, push up towards the sky. And then inhale, draw the arms back down. So we're going to exhale, press that triangle to the sky. And inhale as we draw back down. Exhale, press to the sky. And then inhale, draw back down. Let's return our hands to our knees. Palms once again facing the sky. Let's take one more inhale as we are. Exhale as everything grows a little bit softer. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees. So whatever way works for you, we're going to transition onto hands and knees. Once we've made it to hands and knees, we've got widespread fingers. We're going to turn our hands in slightly so that if we were to bring them closer together, our thumbs and index fingers would meet. We've got our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees, our eyes looking out. Start to sink your navel as you're lifting your tailbone, and then lift your head and open your heart for cow. Exhale, scoop the belly in as you round up for cat. Inhale, open cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, open cow. Exhale, round cat. Once more, inhale, open. And then exhale as you round cat. Let's make our way back to that neutral place. Extending the right leg behind it, push out through the right heel. Add the left arm forward, and that brings us into spinal balance. Exhale back down and switch. Start extending the leg, let the arm reach forward. Exhale, lower, we'll switch again. And back down one more time, extend and reach. And then we're back down. Let your big toes meet. Separate your knees. Start to push your tailbone back to your heels. Allow your chest to drop through your knees and rest your forehead on the mat. While we're extending all the way out through the tailbone and the top of our head, let your palms rotate towards the sky. And feel an even deeper stretch going down the sides of your body. We're going to flip the palms back over. Start to tuck your toes under and push your tailbone towards the sky. Let your head drop through those extended arms. Pull your ribs closer to your thighs. And feel the back of your shoulder blades, the base of your shoulder blades pulling towards your gluteals. Meanwhile, we've got our weight pressing into the index finger, big knuckle, kind of lifting the outer edges of your palms. Let's do a few walks of our dog. Lift and lower each heel. And then we're going to raise our heels at the same time. And let them drop back down. Let's go ahead and nod our head, yes. And then just let it shake, no. And let it be still. And then from there, we're going to move into our plank. So we've got that same hand position, eyes are looking out. Make sure that you're holding the belly button tight, pressing through the back of your inner knees, but keeping your buttocks relaxed. Let's press back up into down dog. And inhale forward again into that nice straight plank. Exhale back up, down dog. And inhale to plank. So now I want you to modify to your knees. That's simply modified plank. We're going to start lowering with the elbows wide. We're going to hover a little bit off the mat. And then I want you to bring your chest down, your hips down, tuck your elbows in, and then inhale and rise into your cobra. Exhale, coming down, elbows wide. Tuck the elbows in as you inhale and rise into cobra. Again, exhale, open the elbows. Tuck the elbows in as you inhale, rise into cobra. From there, let's tuck our toes and come back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Modify if you like. Lower halfway, elbows open. Chest down, hips down, elbows in. Inhale, rising into cobra. Exhale, tucking toes, downward facing dog. Again, holding your plank or modifying. Lower halfway, elbows open, chest down, hips down, elbows come in. Inhale into cobra. Last time, let's tuck our toes, press back into down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Modify if you'd like. Halfway down, we hover, elbows open. Chest down, hips down, elbows in. Inhale, rise, cobra. This time, I want you to push all the way back. Extended child's pose and breathe. So remember, anytime your body needs a break, moving into extended child's pose is a great resting pose. From there, let's tuck our toes under and come back up into down dog. Again, we drop the head through the arms. We feel those heels pressing down. We can feel the back of our shoulder blades drawn towards our gluteals. Now take a giant step forward with your right foot. Place your foot between your hands. We've got our knee over our ankle. Press down through your right big toe, second toe. And then start to lift your upper body. That brings us into high lunge. From there, we extend the arms wide. And let's go ahead and reach to the sky, bringing us into crescent lunge. As we exhale, return the hands to the mat. Sink your left knee down, press to the top of your left foot, and then as we inhale, let's rise up into crescent moon. Let the arms open wide. We're going to rotate towards the left. Look out past your right hand. And then lower the right as you lift your left. And feel your left fingers reaching towards the sky. Let's exhale the left hand back down. Tuck your left toes under. We're back up into lunge. Right foot steps back, holding on to plank. Press your body back up into down dog. Send the left foot between your hands. Positioning knee over ankle. Weight is in our big toe, second toe of our left foot. Start to lift upper body. That simply brings us into our high lunge. Adding the arms wider. And then adding the arms for crescent lunge. Exhale as we fold forward. Once our hands are on the mat, let's drop the right knee down. Rest the top of your right foot on the mat and start to lift back up. Bringing us into crescent moon. As the arms begin to open, let's rotate off to the right. And just look out past your left palm. We'll send the left hand to the mat. Right hand reaches to the sky. Exhale back around. Let's tuck the right toes under. Come back up into our lunge. And then from there, we're going to step the right foot forward. And we're going to stand so that our big toes are turned in slightly. Our heels are turned out slightly. And we're going to let our upper body just melt into the mat, into our thighs. So in our forward bend, we should be able to breathe freely. Keep your knees as bent as you need to. And then as we inhale, let's roll up. Let's reach high and touch the sky. Exhale, return your hands to your heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale, touch the sky. As we exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale again to the heart. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, fold deeper. Now step the right foot back, left foot back, hold your plank. Lower elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows in. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, tuck our toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale again to the heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, go deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, holding plank. Lowering elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows in. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale again, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale again to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, fold deeper. Step or hop back into plank. Lower halfway, elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows come in. Inhale, rise cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. Exhale, down dog. Step or hop forward, toes in, heels out. Inhale, roll the body up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Once again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, deeper down. Step or hop back into plank. Lowering down, elbows wide, chest down, hips down. Elbows tuck in, inhale into cobra. Exhale, toes tuck or back up into down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale again, down dog. Step or hop forward. Toes in, heels out. Inhale, roll the body up. Stand high to the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. From there, let's open the arms at our sides, palms facing forward. And that brings us into a standing mountain pose. Let's inhale again and touch the sky. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, fold deeper. Right foot steps back into lunge. Keeping our weight in our left foot, so it's in the big toe, second toe. Left knee over ankle. Let's push our right heel to the mat. Turn your right toes out so that you can align your left heel with the back of your right heel and start lifting your upper body. So in Warrior One, we want our hips facing forward. We want our shoulders stacked over our hips, and then we can add the arms. And they softly frame our head. So we're not feeling any tension in our neck. But we want to feel really strong arms reaching towards the sky. Let's draw the hands together at our heart. Inhale, let's start to rotate to our left. And on the exhale, we're going to hinge forward. And we're going to try to get our right elbow either on that left thigh or just to the outside of it. And meanwhile, we've got our left elbow and shoulder pointing up towards the sky. Now as we exhale, go ahead and untwist. Let your hands return to the mat. We're going to start to push our left leg straight and extend the right leg behind us about hip level. Meanwhile, our hands form a tripod with our left foot, and that brings us into tripod balance. So remember that your balance is coming from the center of your body, so keep that belly button pulled in nice and tight. We can stay in our tripod or align our left thumb with our left pinky toe. Start to open the right hip. Add the right arm up towards the sky. Now, if you've got the right arm lifted, I want you to bring it down now. So we're going to reach out alongside the right ear. And it's kind of like a standing spinal balance. Then let's all bring the right hand down. Step the right foot way back into lunge. Step your left foot back into your plank. Lowering, elbows wide, chest down, hips down. Elbows tuck in, inhale, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Lift the right foot, press back into three-legged dog. Step the right foot through your hands. Left foot steps forward, big toes turning in, heels out. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale again to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale again, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot steps back this time into our lunge. Pushing the left heel down, turn your left toes out. Align your right heel with the back of your left heel. And remember now, in your right foot, you want to feel your weight in your big toe, big second toe. Right knee over ankle. Squaring our hips to face forward. Shoulders stacked over hips. Add the arms when ready. Feeling all that tension flow out of your neck. Nice soft face. Powerful arms. Now let your hands come together at heart. As we inhale, start to rotate right. And then as we exhale, we're going to hinge over. And we're going to bring that left elbow to the outside of our right thigh. And just keep rolling that right shoulder and elbow towards the sky. On the next exhale, let's untwist. Let your hands meet the mat. Start to push your right leg straight and extend your left leg behind your hip level. So now we formed a tripod with our right foot. We're keeping our weight in our right big toe, second toe. And we can remain in tripod or align your right thumb with your right pinky toe. Opening our left hip, we can add our left arm towards the sky. And if you do have that left arm lifted, I want you to revolve your body again, but let your left arm reach out alongside your left ear. And that's like a standing spinal balance. Let's bring the left hand back down. We'll step our left foot way back, so we're returning to lunge. Step our right foot back, a good strong plank. Lowering down, elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows in. Inhale, rise for cobra. Exhale, tuck our toes. We're back up into down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Lift the left foot. Press back up into three-legged dog. Send the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Toes turned in, heels out as we roll up. Reach high to the sky. And exhale again to our heart. Now we're going to extend to the sky. And on the exhale, I want you to start sitting down into a chair. So as we're sitting down, I want you to pull your knees closer and closer together. Dropping the hips, but keeping our rib cage lifting away from our thighs. We've got really relaxed shoulders, but strong arms. Breathe. And then from there, we're going to fold forward as the legs pull straighter. Once we're folded down, let's cradle our elbows in the palms of our hands and just form a nice little frame around our head. Hands release to the mat. We'll step back again with our right foot into our lunge. Now we're ready to walk ourselves around into a straddle. And we're going to face the wide edge of our mat. So I want your toes either pointing straight ahead or turned inward. Hands on your shoulders. Inhale, look out. Exhale, let's bend the elbows. Let your forearms drop. Let your head drop. And just allow your upper body to go limp. And perhaps for you that means you have to bend your knees, and that's okay. Let's push down into the palms again. Arms go straighter and straighter. Slide that left hand over so it's centered beneath you and push on it with your right hand. As we inhale, open that right arm to about shoulder level, and exhale, revolve at the waist and our right fingers reach up towards the sky. Now as we exhale, let's bring the right hand back down. And then once your hands are repositioned, I want you to take that right hand, come across, grab the outside of your left ankle, and then bring that left arm around under that left thigh and just draw your body down into your left leg. As we exhale, let's release and come back to our neutral position. We're going to inhale, look out with a nice flat back. And then from there, let's Open those arms, and there's our straddle airplane. Inhale as we slowly rise. Once we've made it all the way up, we can rotate our palms to face the sky. Make sure that your toes are in, your heels are out, and your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. And there's our 5-pointed star. I want you to stretch your arms a little wider and then press your heart forward. Tip your head back just enough to open your throat. And then we'll bring the spine back to neutral. Let your palms rotate forward, and from there we're going to bring the hands together. So just let your palms meet, and then go ahead and lace all of your fingers. Press your palms away from your body. While we're still pressing, we're going to lift the arms up. And we're going to let our shoulders fall away from our ears. We have this nice soft frame around our head with absolutely no tension in the shoulders or the neck. And while we're continuing to press up with those palms, let's do a side bend to the right. Come back up, and we'll side bend to the left. And press back up. Now let the arms open wide. And there we are back in our 5-pointed star. Now we're ready to turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with the arch of our right foot. And we've got that right foot turned in about 45 degrees. Now simply bend that left knee. Bring the knee out over the ankle. We don't want to push it out past our toes. And I want you to feel the weight in your left foot. Again, pressing into that left big toe, second toe. Meanwhile, the outer edge of our right foot is sealed into the mat. And we can feel all that strength and power of Warrior Two. We can extend the left arm a little farther, and then as we're lifting the left, we lower the right. Rotate your left palm towards the sky. And there's our reverse warrior. As we exhale, let's start to bring the left arm down and the right arm up. You can either place your left forearm on your left thigh, or you can reach your left hand to the mat. But meanwhile, our right hand is touching the ceiling. And there's extended angle pose. Now let that right arm lower towards your right hip. It's going to make a full circle. On the way back up, the upper body is going to follow. And we're going to push that left leg straight. And we're right back where we started. Now we're ready to start pulling the right hip behind us. Extending that left arm out as far as it will reach. Once we can't go any further, we can lower the left and lift the right. And that places us in our triangle pose. And remember, the goal of our triangle is to be open and straight. It's not about getting your hand all the way to the floor if it means you're compromising your form. So just imagine that your body is actually pressed against the wall. And you want to feel as much of the back side of your body on the wall as you can. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, we're going to start to revolve the upper body. As we're doing that, rebend your left knee. Return to the ball of your right foot. We're back in our lunge. Send that left foot back into plank. Lowering down, elbows wide. Chest down, hips down, elbows come in. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Lifting the right foot. Press back into three-legged dog. Send the right foot through your hands. Bringing you back into lunge. Now from lunge, we're going to start to push our left heel to the mat, straightening the right leg. And as we're straightening the right leg, you lift your toes. And then let your upper body melt into that right thigh. And once you've taken a few breaths with your toes in the air, see if you can let your toes sink back down and continue to breathe a little bit deeper. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, let's start to rebend that right knee. Return to the ball of your left foot. And then we're going to push our right leg straight. Extend the left leg behind us. But now I want you to extend the arms alongside your ears, and that brings you into Warrior Three. Let's step the left foot forward. Sink your hips. Lift up those ribs. Pull your knees together. And you're just sitting in your chair. Inhale, let's rise high and touch the sky. Exhale, return to your heart. Inhale, rise again. This time as we exhale, we're going to open just the arms. And I want you to let your hands hook together behind you. And once you're done doing that, think about drawing the shoulder blades together and pulling them down, pulling your knuckles down as well, and then open your heart and tip your head back just enough to open your throat. And then as we inhale, let's come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, start to fold forward. And I want you to lead with your rib cage. All right, you're going to pull your ribs right down onto your thighs. So maybe you have to bend your knees, that's okay. Once you've got your ribs on your thighs and your head is relaxed, try to send those hands a little higher to the sky. Exhale, let's free the hands, make a return to the mat. Now we're ready to step our left foot back, bringing us back into lunge. And we can walk ourselves around, and that's going to bring us into our right straddle facing the other side of your mat. So we've either got our toes straight ahead or turned in slightly. This time we're going to inhale, look out. Exhale, fold deeper. And then see if you can slide your fingers under the outer edges of your feet and use the strength in your arms to pull you a little deeper down. So you can use your arm strength, but I don't want you to feel tension in your neck or your shoulders. And remember that bent knees on this is always okay. From there, we're going to release our hands if they're under our feet. Let's all walk the hands back to that neutral place and just push your arms straight. Now slide that right hand over so it's centered beneath you. Push on it with your left. Inhale, left arm wide to the side. Exhale, revolve at the waist. And there's our twisting straddle. And then go ahead and exhale that hand down. Once it's back down, we're going to take that left hand, bring it around, grab hold of the outside of your right ankle, and then wrap your right arm underneath that right thigh and pull your body into that right leg. As we exhale, let's release. Coming back to our neutral position. Inhale, looking out with our flat back. Exhale, arms go wide, and we're back in our airplane. And then as we inhale again, we're ready to start lifting the upper body. Once we're up, we make sure our feet are a little wider than our hips, toes in, heels out, palms open, face to the sky. Think about lifting your heart. Tip your head back just enough to open your throat. And then we'll bring our head back to neutral. Rotate your palms to face forward. Let the hands meet. Place all of your fingers, and then this time you're going to press your index fingers together. I'm going to feel like those index fingers are going to be pulling across the room. Now start lifting your arms. So your index fingers are pulling up towards the sky. That does not mean that you're feeling any tension in your shoulders or your neck. Continue to lengthen out of your waist. And then go ahead and side bend to your left. Inhale back up. We'll side bend off to our right. Inhale back up. And exhale. Let's reopen to our star. From there, we're ready to turn our right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch. Start to bend the right knee so it comes out over the ankle without going beyond our toes. And then we're pressing our weight into our right big toe, second toe. Meanwhile, the outer edge of our left foot is sealed onto the mat. Now let's go ahead and reach forward with that right hand, and as it's lifting up, the left one lowers, and we're turning our right palm to the sky. That brings us into reverse warrior. And then as we exhale, let's start to bring that right forearm to our right thigh. Our left hand reaches to the sky, or you can take the right hand all the way down to the mat. And that is extended angle. So again, the goal is to be very open. Now start to lower the left arm towards your left hip. That's going to make a full circle around. On the way back up, the upper body follows. We're going to pull that right leg straight. And we're back where we started. And now we're in that perfect position to start building our triangle. Pulling back with our left hip. Extending that right arm out as far as we can reach. And then we can lower the right and lift the left. And we're feeling all that open space across the front of the body. All that open space in the spine. And breathe. We'll take one more full inhale while we're here. On the exhale, start to rebend the right knee. Let's revolve the upper body. Let your hands return to the mat. That brings us back into lunge. Now we'll step our right foot back, bringing us into a good strong plank. Lowering down, elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows come in. Inhale into our cobra, exhale, tucking our toes, downward facing dog. Inhale again into plank. Lifting that left foot, let's press back up, three-legged dog. Now step the left foot between your hands, bringing us back into our lunge. From there, let's go ahead and start pushing the right heel down. As we're straightening that left leg, we're going to lift our left toes and melt the upper body into our left thigh. And then see if you can press those left toes back into the mat and continue to breathe and sink a little deeper. And then let's start to rebend the left knee. Return to the ball of our right foot. And then we're going to extend that right leg behind us as we push our left leg straight. Feeling our weight in our left big toe, second toe. Let's add the arms alongside of our ears. And there's our warrior three. Let's step the right foot in. Toes in, heels out. We're going to sink those hips. We're going to lift those ribs away from our thighs. Pulling the knees closer together. Sits us right down in our chair. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, back down. Right foot back, left foot back. Starting out in plank. We're going to keep left shoulder over left wrist. And then let's turn and open for side plank. Let's exhale, come back around. Right shoulder over right wrist. Same thing, opening to side plank. You know how to modify. You can simply set the side of your knee on the mat. Let's exhale, come back around, and press back up into down dog. Let's walk our dog a few more times. Raise up those heels, and press them back down. Good, and then from there, let's step the right foot forward. I'm going to put both hands to the inside of that right foot. Sink down onto your left knee. Feel the front of your left thigh pulling towards the mat. Walk your hands a little farther out, and then we're going to drop the forearms closer to the mat. And we're not worried at all if we can't get our forearms all the way down, but we want to feel a really good stretch in the back of our right thigh and the front of our left thigh. And then take the right arm, you're going to thread it underneath that right leg, and just put your hand on the outside of the right foot, and I want you to let the right knee fall open against that right arm. So we end up on the outer edge of our right foot, and that is going to open our right hip. And then bring the right knee back up. You can unthread the arms, and I'm going to give you two choices here. So we can stay in our dragon pose and continue to breathe deeper and deeper into the stretch, or if you want to try splits pose, we need to lift the upper body first and then transition into our split. And you're going to go where your body lets you go. And just breathe deep. Let's take one more inhale wherever we are. On the exhale, we're all going to move ourselves onto hands and knees. Let's take our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart cow. Exhale, let's scoop and round for cat. And then come back to neutral. Tuck our toes and come back up into downward facing dog. So now we can do the other side. Let's go ahead and step our right foot forward. We've got both of our hands now to the inside of our right foot or left foot, and we're going to sink our right knee down. From there, start to walk your hands out and let your forearms get closer to the mat. Meanwhile, that left knee stays over the ankle, and we want to feel a really good stretch in the front of our right thigh and the back of our left thigh. And then let's take that left arm, we're going to thread it underneath the left leg. So now your hand's on the outside of your left foot. And then I want you to open that left knee so that the leg is kind of resting on that left arm. You're on the edge of your left foot and you're feeling that left hip opening. And then let's bring the knee upright. We can unthread. And remember, you've got your choices here. So we can remain in our dragon pose and just keep breathing deeper and deeper. Or we can move into splits pose. So to get to splits, we're going to need to lift the upper body. And then we're going to extend the leg out. And we're going to go where we can. And we're going to breathe once we're there. So let's take one more inhale wherever we are. On the exhale, we're going to make our way back up onto all fours. And again, let's take our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart cow. Exhale, scoop and round for cat. Try again, lift and open. And then exhale, round and swoop. And then from there, we just come back to a neutral place. And let's have a seat. And then once we've made it to a seated position, let's extend our left leg straight out. We'll keep the right knee bent. Walk your foot in as close as you can. Think about keeping those sit bones nestled into the mat. We're going to start by wrapping the left arm around the bent right knee. Inhale, sit taller and straighter. And then as we exhale, we're going to turn and look over that shoulder. And then as we exhale, let's untwist. And I want you to place your hands on either side of that straight leg. And we're going to work at binding ourselves. So now I want you to take your right arm and start to wrap it around the bent right knee. The left hand's going to come around and we're going to try to get those hands to meet. Now, no worries if you can't get them to meet. You can even use a strap, a towel, or a sock, something to extend your reach if you'd like. And then we're going to sit up taller and straighter and turn and look over our left shoulder. And then as we exhale, let's go ahead and release. And we'll switch legs. So now we can keep our right leg straight. Bend the left knee. Let's walk the foot in close. Once we've got it up there, we can feel our sit bones remaining on the mat. Right arm's going to wrap around that bent left leg. Inhale, sit taller and straighter. And then as we exhale, we're turning to look over our left shoulder. Doing it from the waistline, so we're not using any tension in the neck. And then as we exhale, let's untwist. And let's reach forward now. So we've got our hands extended on either side of our straight leg. Now we're going to take that left arm and start to wrap it around the bent left knee. The right arm is going to come around and we're going to get our hands as close as we can. And then once we're there, we're going to sit up taller. And I want you to look over that right shoulder. And then as we exhale, let's untwist. Go ahead and stretch out your legs. Little bend in the knees. Come on forward, try to grab your toes. Pull your ribs to your thighs, and then from there, push your legs straighter and straighter. And let your head drop down as your chest remains pressed against your thighs. And then as we release, we can roll back up. Let's go ahead and bend our knees, walk our feet in, place our hands behind our thighs. Let's relax our shoulders away from our ears. We're going to find our balance on our tailbone. Maintaining a really straight spine, we'll start to lift our legs. And we're going to go wherever we can without rounding our backs. And And then we can add the arms up. And then let's slowly open like someone has a big iron. And they're ironing you into the mat. Once we're all the way down, we're flexing our feet, reaching out the fingertips. Lift the arms back up. Let's bring them down to our sides. And then I want you to bring your knees to your chest. Separate your knees, soles of the feet together. Pull your heels closer to your body. And just breathe into your lying butterfly. And then we're going to bring the knees closer together so we can rest our feet on the mat. And then from there, I want you to tighten that belly. Toes in slightly. Palms facing up. We're going to rise up into bridge pose. And in our bridge pose, remember we're making sure we're not feeling any weight in our neck. We're keeping all that weight in the shoulders, and we're really activating the gluteals and the hamstrings to hold us up here. So I don't want you feeling this in your knees or your front thighs. And if you're feeling it more there than the back side of your body, you need to walk your feet farther away from your butt. And then from there, let's slowly melt down. And then once you've made it all the way back down to the mat, let's go ahead and pull your knees in towards your body. Nice hug, feels good to stretch the lower back into the gluteals, and then a couple nice knee circles to massage. And reverse. Good, and then from there, we'll keep the knees tucked in. I want you to tighten the belly, press through the back of your ribs. Bring your nose up to meet your knees. Let's keep the left leg in, extend the right leg all the way back onto the mat. And then pull that in and we'll switch. Extending the leg out, remaining in that C shape. And let's pull the knee back in. And then go ahead and rest your head, neck, shoulders back down. Let's rest our feet back down. And then go ahead and extend your legs out, one leg at a time. Finding that place where you can adjust yourself and release all the tight spots in your body. Let your palms face open to the sky as your arms rest a few inches away from your body. And you're just closing your eyes, feeling your body. Release away all remaining tension. As you're visualizing your breath circulating around the body, don't leave out any parts. Make sure you breathe all the way down to the tips of your toes. All the way down to your fingertips. So we're actually creating a sense of lightness, like we're floating just above the surface of our mat. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not think, not wonder, not imagine, not obsess. Just breathe. And believe that everything will work out for the best. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts, making a choice to live today with courage, with hope, with an open and grateful heart. And practice random acts of kindness, even from afar. Know that my soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united. We are the same. We are one. Namaste. So I hope that the rest of your day is powerful and positive, and that you will drink lots of water and make sure that if you venture out, you're wearing your face mask and washing our hands and keeping our distance. So I thank you for coming today, and I will see you again soon.